Alright, my friends. Welcome to the 5th class trial of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Whoa, Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together, just the two of you? What, are you jealous?
Hey.
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself? Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second. He could show up any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself, but... We stood there for 5 full minutes, waiting for something weird to happen, and then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma showed up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again? What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or... Or what? Jesus! Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why'd you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? You got it all backwards. You are the ones making me wait, huh?
In other words,
I was waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here, now can we? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. Sorry, you're wrong. I've been waiting for 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation without bringing to punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. When we hear that voice, we spun around and look. I'm here. No rules have been broken. Kyoko! Kyoko, you're still alive? No, it's a ghost. Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right? But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right. There's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. Ching! I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of ya. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko! So you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God. I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us, huh? He's right. Now we gotta deal with the ghost. I told you stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the class trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Master, wait for me. Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long. I'll be happy when the class trial's all over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator, but I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So,
Correct.
I went to investigate the 2nd floor of the dorms. The 2nd floor.
That's right.
There aren't many monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I have no idea a body has been discovered. So then, when did you find out?
So...
Just now, I finished my search and came back down, just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go into the trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late.
However...
I'm sorry it kept you all waiting. But if you were on the 2nd floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to. Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words...
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What? Kyoko's account has been
Just
added.
a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we all get punished. Oh, let's... Yeah. We can go over the details after we go through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation.
It would seem...
Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her. This is a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well, that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. And the doors slid shut. This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes, but it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair.
I can't wait!
I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. The time for pointless joke and jabs has passed.
Chills! Chills! Kills!
Let's get on with the show. And so the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Why would you think that every time? What's wrong with you? Increases influence gauge by 5. Effective turn. Whoa, wait, that's so good. Okay. Then, what's 3? Increases damage to opponent. Oh, that's really good as well, though. Fine. I guess I don't need that. There's nothing that's 2. Oh yeah. Steadies your aim a little. Sure. Okay, let's go. Trial. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
Who is it?
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
No, that's a ghost.
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
One important trait that proves the body doesn't belong to her.
I got it!
Wow,
I'm
I feel like I'm
talking
playing
about
on easy mode
gloves.
now. I have so much.
They'll give us some insight
health.
into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
There's no way that corpse was Kyoko, but if I can't prove why, we're gonna have to be stuck here and can't move forward, so I don't have any choice but to... What, talk about Fenrir and the tattoo?
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
I know that body isn't Kyoko's, and I know how I can prove it.
That Kyoko there is just...
There isn't one where it's like body before the explosion. Why can't I use that?
Impossible.
Okay,
nail.
then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the...
Fragments. That doesn't do anything with that. Sprinklers.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
Fragments near the dead body.
That
What are... These are the dumbest... It's hard to imagine. Okay, fragments. Definitely not fragments. Can you just highlight these for me? Sprinklers? What do these sprinklers do with this? Yeah, it's definitely not sprinklers.
Impossible.
Fake nails?
okay? Then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah.
Exploded body analysis?
Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
I guess I can use that maybe?
That Kyoko.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove
The
it.
dead
I
body
don't see
wasn't
how...
They got burnt up.
Then she was wearing gloves.
Well, yeah. She must have been wearing gloves.
Because that corpse is. This entire discussion is idiotic. That Kyoko.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove
The
it.
dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before.
Well, yeah. She must have been wearing gloves.
Okay. What's wrong?
Shoot. That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves.
Well, yeah. She must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
Oh, do I use that truth bullet?
That Kyoko.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove
The
it.
dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah. She must have been wearing gloves.
Doesn't make sense.
Shoot. That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a...
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
This is such a dumb part to get stuck
Well,
on, but I have no
she
clue
must have
what
been wearing gloves.
they're looking for. What are you looking for?
Shoot.
What are you looking for?
Kyoko there is
Fragments
just a
near the-
ghost.
None of this has anything beyond recognition. Wet, okay. Tattoo.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
Oh, why
The
wouldn't
dead
nails
body
get
wasn't
burned?
wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in...
Then she was wearing gloves.
Well, yeah. She must have been wearing gloves.
Okay.
No,
The nails would
it's
have burned up as well. Okay. Okay. Okay.
No, there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Jeez, man. You don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
Wow, yes, you know.
Anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thought?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Okay, so then. Who's
That
the
was a
real
hard one. That
victim?
was a hard one.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
For anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. Now we use the tattoo
Kyoko
on the right
really
hand.
is still alive. Then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body...
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
Kyoko really.
Then who died? There's gotta be... I don't think so. The face... And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body...
Fire.
Then there's nothing else we can do,
Oh
right?
gosh. How? One of the achievements
Kyoko
beating
really-
the class trial without
I
any
don't think so. And there wasn't any description in the...
what is
Well,
it?
if we can't identify the body...
without any
No.
focus pauses, but how is that possible? Some of them are so
There
hard to
was
hit.
one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real? You're lying. You'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Damn Toko. Toko can't take it
Cruel and
anymore. The
unusual
monster inside
death.
her.
This
About
I
to
gotta
come out.
see.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog? Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Oh my gosh.
Seriously? They really did something
Insane.
that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
Compare tattoo to other information we have. What? Where's the... No, that's not it. What block keys? Where do I find... This?
I got it!
Okay.
The fen-
Okay, so
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
The image that represents Fenrir is Wolf, Ragnarok Wolf, Wolf. Okay. Keep it simple. Glad we're keeping it simple. If W appears, Wolf, L, Wolf. Ow! I'm the alpha wolf. Ow! Ow! Ow!
Now I understand. The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary
The
all-star.
ultimate reader, after all.
Tattoo.
How high is your Lexile level?
Then that means
How high is your reading score? What's
The
your
body
SAT
we found
reading
had a
score?
tattoo of a wolf,
800? Wow.
which
Well done.
means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a clue-last trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place. After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly,
Yeah, why would
other information
Kyoko say
came
that?
from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
And who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character, which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
What?
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Please.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
Whoa. Raw dog.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Makoto and Kyoko.
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only one.
I guess Hiro could be the one killing people this
Are
time.
me and Makoto. That's why
Why
you're
is there a
able to
missing
narrow
chicken
down
as
the
well?
list of suspects.
I'm actually so lost.
Exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it, I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at, well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
9 o'clock.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Oh, and I'm sleeping. I woke up at 7, so it couldn't have happened, I guess. If I killed them before 7, then it would have sprinkled all over the
He's
body.
right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
I don't have an alibi. Okay, looks like the game has begun. If I can't provide an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. Okay, I just do the sprinkler.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Shoot!
What? Really?
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto.
Yep, 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
The incident took place in the garden, right? If I remember, there's something that happens there every morning during some certain
We've
time.
established a time frame for the. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
I don't say the
And
sprinkler.
Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Oh, does the exploded body analysis bring up the how wet it is? Yeah.
We've established a time. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an...
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
What? Why can't I shoot it? I want to combine these two evidence. The sprinkler and the body. How do I do
We've established
that?
a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock,
10 o'clock
at
at
night
night,
and 9 o'clock
9
in the
o'clock.
morning.
9 o'clock in the morning. Okay,
Yep,
got it.
and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
No alibi.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Fragments?
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto.
Yeah, from 10 to 7.
That's more than enough time. So Makoto, if you have any
Can I
objections,
use
now
the-
would be the time.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at
Oh, I shoot this one? Gosh. How am I supposed to know? Why is it not 7:30? Why don't I shoot at
The murder
7:30?
couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before
Why can't I shoot
7:30,
7:30? I don't understand.
then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words?
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean by denying the sprinkler? Are you trying
Whoa.
to deny my
Okay.
entire existence?
Slippery slope much?
Yeah.
Slippery slope?
You're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
I need to prove that it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet. All I have to do is hit Toko with evidence. Oh. Why is this even needed? I hate this
I
game.
admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me?
Boom,
I
boom,
admit
boom,
nothing.
boom, boom, boom. bum 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 boom bum 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 boom bum 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 boom bum 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 boom bum 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 boom bum boom bum boom bum boom bum boom bum boom boom bum boom boom bum bum boom bum 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 boom. Okay, that was true.
How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
Oh, it's just the first thing.
This should prove it.
This is not enough time to read.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
I'm so sick of her.
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was
Get your
because
pants on. Dear Toko.
while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
Are we not even gonna get a PNG of this new
Makoto's
character?
alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night.
And why
to
can't
7:30
Mukudo
this
just not
morning,
participate
right?
in every single class
So
round?
there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
So quiet. Kyoko's the only one without an alibi. Which would mean Mukudo's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone? That's...
I'd just like to say one thing. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time, stop wasting energy. You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss. Shutting up now.
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko?
Oh.
But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
Okay, Hiro. No one asked you to breathe.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Why would you do this to me?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
Certain something from the scene. Why would I... I'm digging my own hole. It's a tarp. Because we love tarps.
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp.
Thank you so much,
and that'd take
Kyoko.
care of the
Thank you
water.
so much.
In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. That tarp. If it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body...
Wait. Something's not right.
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. And I have to refute what Kyoko said. Why would people think Makoto more problematic than, I don't know, Kyoko though?
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side was because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
Oh,
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
No, because of that, all the bottom half remained dry. Explosion was burnt. No, okay. And the body was found. No. I think it's the body before explosion. Blood was still wet. There has to be a clue hidden in the tarp somewhere.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only just because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of it, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
What? I have absolutely no idea.
Shoot!
What? Did I shoot it with someone else?
By
Something
covering
else?
the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from...
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side.
Okay, which one do I shoot? This game's so dumb.
Shoot!
I can't take this anymore.
By covering the body, the killer prevents...
So the reason the tarp was is because the sprinkler got that side.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water.
What? Is none of them? Are you serious?
Shoot!
But it's wet blood.
By
It's wet blood. The body stopped bleeding, but the blood was still wet. It was noted, however, that there was no blood on the ground.
the killer
The
prevented...
knife? I don't think the knife has anything to do with this, right? What?
So
Body
the
before
reason the tarp
explosion?
was only
Exploded.
dirty on one side
Body analysis
because the
fragments?
sprinkler got that side wet.
What?
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
When the bodies? Wait. Oh, it's not... Oh, that's not body before explosion.
It's because that side
Oh,
was
did
protected
I use the
from
wrong-
the water. Since it was facing down toward the body,
Did I use the wrong evidence the
of
whole
course
time?
it didn't get dirty.
I used the wrong evidence the whole time. I'm so dumb. Oh my gosh.
Actually,
This is...
one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it.
I'm the ultimate not good at reading. Ultimate illiterate.
Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, What if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Huh? The blood was
What
camouflage?
if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
What? Right there in the garden. What? Oh, chicken. No, chicken.
I got it!
No, chicken.
Could it have been chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
So, you're saying someone killed a
No,
chicken?
chicken.
And then covered the body with its blood?
Oh no.
Man, that's messed up.
That's so wrong.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
Wait, real? Based?
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so.
No, it's wearing over it.
No, the head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off, but the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp,
Oh?
they pulled the coat over the body. The coat they'd already covered in blood.
Yeah?
This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe, but still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Oh.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
Oh.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
Suspicion fell back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. And also, she's just as problematic as me. This guy's dead body.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Oh.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife... So, What about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Listen, more important. Now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it? We can't just like Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do. I don't want it anyway. What should we do? Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? Huh, me?
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah,
Then why did you hide that fact?
it's not that I hid it. It's just...
I couldn't be sure of what happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
Okay, this one's gonna be hard.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
That's true.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Use that knife to kill Mukudo? No, there's no way.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it?
This guy's dead
I was
body.
afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
Oh, I guess I didn't do anything with this one.
Shoot!
The knife.
When the body was found. I guess that doesn't help me.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it?
Exploded body analysis. Top half is dry, beyond recognition, soaking. I mean, top half is wet.
If he did have that
Fragments.
knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
When the body was found,
Just
this
because I
guy's
had
dead
the
body.
knife once, that automatic...
What does the disguised dead body mean? Later they removed Tark, suspecting the white jacket. The jacket had previously been treated with blood to make it seem like the corpse was wearing it. The murder took place before the sprinklers turned on. The suspect covered the body with a tarp to prevent it from getting wet. Murder took place before the sprinklers turned on. Okay. I don't think this does anything with that. The suspect covered the body with a tarp to prevent it from getting wet.
Well, getting stabbed.
Oh gosh.
So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to
Oh, I guess I can use
Makoto.
this to say, why would I disguise it?
That seals it. Just
And
because
use
I
chicken
had the
blood?
knife, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her.
No, that's wrong.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her!
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
No, there's no way that's possible because... Why? Because of this, why? Assailant, admin. Oh, Monokuma file maybe? That the victim has stabbed a single time.
I got it! The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. I totally forgot about that.
Then the knife...
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing.
It's crazy that Toko survived.
The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an
Theory can only take you so far.
spontaneous combustion.
I am the destroyer of
I might be
worlds.
dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
Why do I always have to tell her? Everyone.
I got it! After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural. Because, of course,
Oh, that's
we
the
saw
bomb.
the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
It's a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate. Huh.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. Yes.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
The only thing one thing that killed her.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined.
Hit back of her head. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They also had been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was discovered covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body. Then, shall we continue the debate?
The victim's fatal. The explosion.
I want to shoot this at the...
And it wasn't because then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back.
Oh, I wanted to shoot that.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Huh.
Then shall we continue?
Wonder how it works.
Fatal. The explosion didn't kill.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Maybe I need to lock in. Contradiction somewhere.
Then, shall we continue the debate?
Body before. This doesn't help. When the body was found. Body before explosion. Knife had been thrust into the abdomen. There had been blood stained around the wound. The body had stopped bleeding, but the body was still wet. It was noted, however, that there was no blood on the ground.
The victim's fatal injury. Then, shall we continue? The victim's fatal injury.
Should I shoot this
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well,
onto the fatal, the countless wounds?
That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed.
and more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
What? Not that either?
And it wasn't because of the
Knife,
knife.
no.
And then there's only one.
Oh yeah.
Across her entire
Okay,
body.
I have no clue now. Stab through a single time. Metal pipe, those were at least several days old. Body was covered with other wounds.
The victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
I'm actually so lost on this one. I can only think of one thing that could have killed her. What, the head
explosion
wound?
didn't kill her for sure.
Not the injuries?
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was
Okay.
hit on the back of her head.
Oh yes, I have that.
Shoot!
What do I add to this conversation?
Then, shall we continue the debate?
Exploded body
The victim's
analysis.
fatal injury.
Didn't kill her for sure.
Is this not it? This makes sense, but
Well, yeah.
because the wounds are several days before the killing.
That's gotta be it. There was
The date
evidence
of
that
murder.
showed you.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across.
How is this not it? 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 I don't understand. I don't understand. How is this not it? How's that not it? I don't understand. How's that not it? I feel like it makes sense. Makes perfect sense.
Is it?
Yeah.
I refuse to give up yet.
Then shall we continue the debate?
Exploded body
The
analysis.
victim's fatal injury.
Explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right?
What? Not that?
Shoot!
Oh. Oh gosh, I
Then shall
can't
we
do
continue
this.
the debate?
Monokuma
The
file.
victim's fatal injury.
Okay, the explosion didn't kill her.
Shoot!
Gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Shoot!
I don't understand. I don't get it. Please. Disguised dead body. Nope. Okay, Monokuma file. Struck by a pipe. The victim's been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. Dead before the blast. Okay, that's for sure. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, completely through the body. They also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds. These were at least several days old. This is actually hard. What? Corpse had a mask covering the head, white jacket covering the body, a knife and thrust. The body had stopped bleeding, but the blood still wet. Noted, however, no blood on the ground around the body. Along with arrows, there were duct tape. Murder took place before the sprinklers turned on. The suspect covered the body with tarp to prevent it from getting wet. I don't understand.
She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me.
Entire body.
I'm so stuck. I can't do this. What? Where? How?
Then shall we?
The explosion didn't kill her.
Ah.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I'm so stuck. Okay, I'll have to cut this section. This is taking too long.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
I refuse to give up yet.
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh.
Then shall we continue the debate?
The victim's fatal. The explosion didn't kill.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't me.
Oh yeah. That's gotta be it. There was. And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
I can only think of one thing that could have killed her.
Then
What's the
shall
one
we
thing?
Continue the debate.
Okay. I'm so close to searching this up. I'm so close.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined.
Fatal injury,
The
okay.
explosion didn't kill her for sure. Yes.
It's not explosion.
Shoot! Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. Yes.
Well, yeah.
She was already told.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that. And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body. Shoot!
Why?
Then shall
Can't
we
take this
continue the
anymore.
debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet
I feel
to
like
be
I'm
determined.
suffering countless wounds from this.
And it wasn't me.
Oh
I
yeah.
can't do this
That's gotta
anymore.
be it. There was evidence. And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
No, not countless wounds. That's not the reason.
Shoot!
One way of
Then shall we
death.
continue the debate? The victim's fatal. Victim's fatal in.
I can't do this, man. I can't do this. Okay. What could even be the reason for killing? Gosh. What could even be the reason for killing? Oh gosh, I can't think of the reason. Can't think of the reason.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. Yes.
Well, yeah.
She was already told.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body. Shoot! Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury
I'm about to
has
shoot.
yet to be determined.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well,
Yeah?
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah.
that's got.
I refuse to give up yet.
What's the reason? I
Then shall
can't
we
do
continue
this.
the debate?
I'm about to search
The
this up.
victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
Monokuma File 5.
Then shall we continue? The victim's fatal injury has yet.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well,
Yeah?
she was.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right?
I forget how it looks that of the things breaking.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Okay, I'll search it up. What Danganronpa 1? What killed Mukudo? Ah. There is evidence she was struck by refusing to kill Kirk. Track that and block. It must have been white noise. What's the magic combination here? There was evidence she was hit on the back. Use that one on the victim's injury. Oh my gosh. No. No!
And it wasn't
No!
Oh yeah. That's gotta be it.
This is it? I need to use this
And more than
on the
that,
victim?
had suffered countless wounds across her entire.
I need to use this
Then shall we continue? The victim's fatal injury.
on this. What the? This is so dumb. This game is so dumb. I can't do this anymore. I swear I shot it the other way. I shot it the other way around.
Because of the blow to the back of the head.
I can't take this anymore. I'm so done with this. What the heck? I'm crashing out. I actually can't do this anymore. I'm crashing out. Hey guys, I'm back. It's been a while. I took a break. My sister was like spoiling me on Danganronpa, and she doesn't know I started playing 1 yet, but she's spoiling me. We were gonna do like some random character naming quizzes, but we couldn't find any, and then started doing like which character are you, and then like that like spoiled a bunch of stuff, and one of them was like how many survivors are there gonna be in the end, and then they just showed the name of the 6 people who survived, which I kind of figured like no one else is gonna die out of these 6 at this point. I thought Hiro might die or like Aoi might die, but kind of figured they'd just live. But yeah, Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head. This is such a BS. This is such a BS bullet line. Bullet time. I definitely figured it out, but I don't know. Somehow it didn't work. I shoot it the other way around. I feel like it should have made sense, but whatever.
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe.
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground and spit on it.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her.
Aw,
right?
so
It just so
wholesome. What
happens
a
we
nice friend
already
group.
know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
Oh my gosh. What's the real murder weapon? The arrows? That wouldn't make any sense.
I got it!
How did that make sense?
Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something. And that's what killed her. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Arrow? That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame Hina for doubting it because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret. What's the secret about the arrows? Please enlighten me.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Talking back to Master. You have no right!
There's no doubt the arrow's the murder weapon.
Titanium,
There's more
it was
to
in the
that.
dojo. I have no
They
doubt.
probably
You
used the
sure?
You don't
duct
sound
tape to
convinced.
put something on the
It
arrow.
said the weapon must have been about. It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
No, it's wrong.
Well, it's not exactly wrong. Let's not be like just jumping
You're right.
to conclusions
Just
here.
the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled up wad of duct tape. The killer probably used this duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape
That's
would
so
easily
dumb.
create a single weapon as thick as a pipe.
Sure.
And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks.
Oh my gosh, Ultimate Reader.
One stick is weak, but put them together and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Oh.
That's harsh.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Anyway, that explains
That's
the murder
true.
weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto? What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to the death of us all. Remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
I have the evidence. Kyoto went to the. Well, she has the key, right?
I got it!
That's pretty obvious.
The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
Aww.
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
She was protecting me. Does that mean she knew I was being attacked? And she came to my rescue. Could that be when... Which would mean that Kyoko, she killed someone for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait, I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
What? Byakuya should know better than anyone? What does that mean? Huh.
Those
Byakuya's
words you just spoke. What do you mean?
What is Byakuya's account again? Isn't that about the... No corpse in the garden last night.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Byakuya should know Kyoko didn't do it, but why him?
Those words you just spoke.
What do you exactly? I'm not.
Oh,
but
he
you
has the key.
Master would never.
There's proof that you aren't the... Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But
Could I really have done that?
She doesn't have the key. That's
Those
true.
words you just spoke.
exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more.
Byakuya,
Master would never hide something.
there's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Yep,
No,
there is
it's
proof.
wrong.
Okay, see, this makes sense. The blow to the head one, like,
If I'm right,
I feel like it should have been the
Kyoko
other way.
wouldn't have been able to get into her room
Maybe. I guess it makes sense, but
Why not?
I don't know.
because she had given her room
So
key
dumb.
to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room,
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
it would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just said. An obvious lie, but this is just not like her. To try to save herself with such a desperate lie. Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Or is it something else? Was there some deep meaning behind what Kyoko said earlier? If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of the school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let it happen. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us. The mastermind's trap. The mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko? But what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I... The mastermind's trap? The victim was Kyoko and Mukuro and Kyoko killed her? What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The mastermind's trap. If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? What do I do? I have to decide right now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie. I made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill anyone. There has to be some secret here. Something that has to do with the mastermind's trap that Kyoko
Well,
mentioned.
does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room, that it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the
Yeah,
key
because
in
Kyoko
Kyoko's
could have
room.
used the master key to get into anyone's room.
Someone had to put the key in there.
But anyway.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
Why is it me again?
It had had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you? Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up.
Huh?
Time's up. Class trial's all over. Everyone
What?
can stop talking now.
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late. So we had to push back the start time. So then it's time
Okay.
for voting time, okay?
I didn't expect that.
Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you.
Voting time?
Oh, GG. Cooked. What? I didn't get a single C? I crashed out over that one.
Now, who will
That
be
one
chosen as the
crash.
black
Blow
ink?
to the head.
Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Hey, hold on! What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Damn, what? Oh no. Oh, GG Makoto. It's been nice knowing you. No, GG. Well played. Wrap it up, folks. What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It's your fault. Everyone, you're wrong. You got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone. Good job?
Yep.
Yeah, they got it right. No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey!
It makes perfect sense. It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials, and I'm gonna end it the same way.
Chills, kills!
It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment. Wait, why do I? Kyoko,
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Wait, maybe I should have said it. Exposed a lie. I should have exposed a lie. Is the bad ending? I got Danganronpa 1 bad ending? What the heck? Well, it's cool that they made a whole bad ending execution scene. Why does he just get pounded? Because he's the lucky student? So he's just a student? I wonder if Makoto's enjoying this. Maybe Makoto will come save us? Or maybe not. Maybe I'm just dead. Cooked. He looks a little scared. Why is Makoto so scared? Why is Makoto night? Is that about is that fertilization of eggs? What the heck? Why would he be learning this? Isn't this a little strange? No, Makoto looks like he's in despair. I thought he's the ultimate hope. What happened to hope? Chihiro! Thanks, Chihiro. Thanks, Alter Ego. Legend. Oh? Wait, he's fine. Where's he going? He probably just died from fall damage. What the?